Saturday, guys. It is bright and early on Saturday, and Alan and I are gearing up to go out for our second weekend of our driving lessons. Let's get them over with, shall we? Last weekend was quite boring. Our instructor, it wouldn't have been so boring, even though it's like any classroom situation, right? Where even if the subject is either boring or something you already know, if the teacher knows how to teach, it's not boring at all. Unfortunately, our instructor, not quite gifted at teaching. He basically comes in, sits down, puts on the slides, literally just reads the slides in a monotone voice, shows us a video. Reads the slides in a monotone voice, shows us a video. Shows us a video. Then he breaks for lunch like within an hour, and then we're always out by 2 o'clock. It's just like he's there for the paycheck. And like last week, he didn't even tell us when we were starting the test. We had the test sheets with us, and he just put number 1 on and read out the test question, and we were all like, oh my god. No warning. I still do not know this man's name. And any other time I would just go up and say, hey, what's your name? But I kind of want to wait this out until tomorrow, because tomorrow is our last lesson with him, to see if he's going to tell us what his name is. Because if not, it's going to be on my way out that I'll say, by the way, what's your name? So yeah, I mean, this company we chose it because they did have rave reviews on their tests. So I'm going to see, maybe it was more or less the physical driving part that got more of the reviews than anything. But we'll see what happens. Again, we're pretty experienced on basic driving anyway, so it's not a huge deal. It's just for the tax or for the insurance break. Anyhow, so we have that today. We got to walk over. Hopefully the rain will hold off until we get there, and because that kind of sucks. It's not a very long walk, but everything's a longer walk in the rain. So we have that. I'm assuming we'll be back by 2, but we're supposed to be there by 3, and just got a bunch of chores to do today. And then I'm gonna relax tonight. We got that Apple TV going, so I think I might. I still have some actual work to do, so I think I'm gonna do a little bit of that, but it's not a lot of stuff that I really have to focus too much on, so I might be able to do that in front of the TV or something and just hang out and relax. That's pretty much it. I feel so boring this week. But it's a good thing, though. It's nice to have that downtime. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens on day 3 of our driving tests. So we're long back from our driving lessons today. It was supposed to be lesson 3 out of 4, but he blew through all the material so fast and gave us both tests that we were supposed to do tomorrow that there's nothing else to cover. And so the good news is we actually have the day off tomorrow. The bad news is that he blew through everything so fast. I mean, all the stuff that he went through was stuff that we needed to know just to get our G1 licenses anyway, so it's not a huge deal. But when you're paying money and you're expecting 20 hours of in-class time, you kind of expect 20 hours of in-class time. Either way, it's actually a good thing, because tomorrow I am going, Ellen and I are going to my best friend and her husband's for a belated Thanksgiving dinner. This is something that we've been doing every year, at least she and I have been doing this every year since 2007, when it was just the 2 of us, and then we met our spouses, and now it's the 4 of us. So it's really, really nice that we're still keeping this up. I think there's only been 1 year in the past, since 2007, that we weren't able to do it, and that was last year, and that was pretty much because Alan and I got married and went on a honeymoon and had like no time before and after to actually have Thanksgiving together, so that never happened. But what I'm contributing for the dinner is dessert. So I originally chose this decadent caramel apple cheesecake that I saw in Food and Drink magazine at the LCBO. I was gonna make that because very few things do I look at in Food and Drink magazine or anywhere that I said I'll find a lot of things that I want to make and I'll bookmark and never make it. But there are a few things that I say I'm making this right now, and that was one of them. That being said, I decided at the last minute not to because it is so decadent, and all four of us are doing our best to eat quite healthy. So I changed my mind at the last minute, actually just a couple days ago, and instead decided to make an apple crisp, because they're so easy to make, and I knew there was a way that I could health it up a little bit. And lo and behold, I did. I found a recipe online that calls for the only added sugar in the entire thing is about 4 tablespoons of maple syrup. So I'm really excited about that. I'm not going to give you the link to the recipe just yet because I honestly don't know if it's going to turn out. I won't know till tomorrow. So if tomorrow we try it, it turns out it's amazing, I'll share the link with you. If not, I'll spare the person the embarrassment and I won't post it, but I think it's going to turn out just fine. Crumbles, crisps, whatever. They're so easy to make, but this one has coconut oil, almond flour, and maple syrup plus the apples as the main base. So I have the apples going right now, and I'm just about to put all the dry ingredients together so I can add it on top and then cook it a little bit longer. So I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be super tasty. And I have to admit, I have to confess right now, tonight is going to be my high calorie day. It was going to be tomorrow, but considering how healthy everything we're going to be having tomorrow is, I decided to treat myself tonight. So I got actually some chips and some chocolate for this evening, and I'm kind of excited about it. I have a feeling I'm going to eat it and not going to like it afterwards, but today is going to be my cheat day instead of tomorrow. So I'm going to do that this evening once everything is cooked and I've had dinner. I'm going to chillax in front of the TV, I think watch some Supernatural, do a little bit of work at the same time, and really just relax. Then tomorrow, because I don't have to get up so early, I finally get to do one of my favorite things in the whole world, which is almost absolutely nothing in the morning because we're not leaving till the afternoon. Most weekends I'll get up, I'll let my body get me up whenever it wants to. I'll cook my oatmeal, get my coffee ready, and then I'll chill out on the couch with a book, a fiction novel. Normally I read nonfiction, but on weekends I read fiction. And my rule is I read until noon or I read until I'm bored. And so I haven't been able to do that for the last couple of weekends. So tomorrow morning I get to do that. I'm so excited. It's just such a nice way to relax and just forget about the world. So I'm super excited. Anyway, I'm gonna get the rest of this crisp going and I'll chat with you later.